going to teach my son how to use the tractor. Maybe he'll do it once he starts planting the corn. It's a triangle field. We're only going to plant about 2/3 of it again this year. The other half we're going to let go to clover again. It seems to do really good everywhere else, and that top corner just never seems to want to grow, so we're going to let that build up as much nitrogen as we can. The camera's almost dead. I need to get out with my hydrosorb and sow that in the field before he gets out there with the corn planter. He hates the thought of it, but I think it'll help a lot, especially when it gets really hot and dry this summer. The hydrosorb will work its way into the field as he's planting it, and then it'll help hold in the moisture around the roots of the plant, which I think is really important. I at least want to get the back part of that where it tends not to grow quite as well because it dries out. Okay, we changed our technique. Now the kids walk behind the tractor and make sure that it's dropping the corn. Oh, he's getting a little close. He's supposed to be checking to make sure that the corn level is going down as it's planting. We've got 10 pounds of seeds in there. There's no way we're going to need 10 pounds of seeds. I was able to go out and broadcast my hydrosorb, which is great as far as I'm concerned. This wind, however, I don't know if you can see that those trees shaking up there or not, really did some damage with where I was broadcasting my hydrosorb. It was real hard to control, so 3 pounds didn't quite make it that field. I missed like the last half of the top 2 rows, maybe 3 rows, depending on how he plants it this year. Okay, there's row 2. He's walking behind. He's learning to leave a little space between him and that planter. There's a chain that goes around, and if that thing snaps, he'll get caught up in it, and that'll hurt. Happened to my husband one year, not with the corn planter, with another thing. I think it was the plow he was pulling. This chain came loose and came right up and whacked him in the back of the neck. That left a welt. But other than that, he was pretty gosh darn lucky it didn't hit him in the back of the head. We always end up with a ton of seed right where it goes down into the field. You can see that these fields have been here for a while. There's a definite dip down. We had considered at one point letting that go back to grass, but then we really don't have another spot to move the field to because of the way that the property is arranged. So, the corn is in for the season, or at least for the first planting. Now, if the crows are kind and don't eat it up, it's in for the season. But if the crows pull the same crap they did last year, I'm sure we'll be out there again in about 3 weeks when nothing comes up. So, have a good day.